One of the greatest misconceptions in this world is the idea that people are skilled, that someone is ever good at an activity that they try and pursue. This mindset is toxic. The simplest way to kill creativity and halt progression and development in a skill is for one to tell themselves the comforting lie that they are good. What I mean by this is that, on the grand scale of ability, very rarely is anyone truly skilled in a meaningful way. To visualize this, imagine a number line running 0 to 10, where 0 represents the ability of someone who has never done a particular skill before, and 10 is the greatest person who has ever done a skill before. A 0 might be a child finger painting, where a 10 is Picasso. Now ask yourself, what am I best at? And consider where that falls on the number line. At best, you are probably a 4. Maybe a 5 if you have real drive, and that's pushing it. You are not actually good at anything when considering where the skill ceiling is. From an outside perspective, you might seem amazing. To someone who has never, say, played the piano in their life, a collegiate pianist will probably sound absolutely divine. But that's only because they're a 0 in the skill of playing piano. You see, the easiest thing for people to do when developing a skill is for them to oversell themselves. It doesn't take much actual talent to distinguish yourself from people who have no idea what it takes to perform a skill, but that by no means that by making said distinction, you have anyway become skilled. Chances are whatever you're trying to do in your life right now, you're probably only a 3. Now, this isn't to be disheartening. The takeaway is not to be depressed because you aren't good at anything, but rather to be aware that in anything you actually care about, there is near infinite room for growth. The lie that you are good at a task can only lead to stagnation. For people who possess real drive, you need to be realistic about what you are and where you stand in the world. There's nothing wrong with being a 3 or a 4, but that's not good. You'll never be a 7 or an 8 if you allow yourself the ego boost that you have accomplished anything with the skill that you have. Tireless ambition is what leads people to become good, to become something of note in the skills they haven't tried to hone. If you want to excel in whatever you try and do not settle for being a 3 and say that you've made it, because you can always become so much more.